Welcome to the 2022 Tuscarawas County Chamber of Commerce Virtual Awards Interviews. I'm Chamber President Scott Robinson, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to this year's honorees. The Chamber and its volunteers are pleased to present this year's Organization of the Year Award to the Zoar Community Association. And joining us today are Association Board Chairman John Elsasser and Association Executive Director Tammy Schramm. So first of all, let me say congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We are so happy that you're here to talk with us a little bit about the Zoar Community Association. And John, why don't you tell us a little bit about the background of the organization and how it came to be as it is today?
Sure. Well, I'd be glad to. We were founded in 1976, and some of our major projects since that founding, the first one was the restoration or preservation of the Zoar Schoolhouse. We've also done the Zoar Town Hall much later in the late 90s. And then most recently, we've taken over management of the historic site from the Ohio History Connection and operate that. We've done that since 2010. We've also done some other activities to improve the village, including, I'll say, beautifying the main parking lot where visitors to Zoar tend to use that. We've done some work on a little park in Zoar called the Spring Lot, where the Zoarites had their water springs. And then relatively recently, we contributed to the installation of brick sidewalks along Main Street.
So it all looks beautiful. It really is very nice. What convinced you to bring a business to Zoar and to move back to Zoar, and what makes it a special place?
Well, I mean, me personally, I like the environment. I'm a German American by ethnicity, and so it's attractive in that regard. But I like history. I've always liked history. I went to school in a historic town in Virginia, and so it was kind of natural that when I had the opportunity both to live there and then later to preserve a Zoar building, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Right. So, Tammy, let's talk about what the association means in promoting tourism in your particular area of northern Tuscarawas County.
Mm-hmm. We work very closely with the Village of Zoar and the Ohio History Connection for different preservation projects around the village, as well as the preservation projects that John mentioned as well with the town hall and the spring lot. And we have a number of preservation projects on the works. We have the Mansard building, which we call Project 151, which is a building that's very 1970s, and we're going to work to turn that into something that looks more aesthetically appealing in Zoar. And we also have recently taken on the number 3 house, which is the old dairy herder's house, and we're going to start some preservation work on that building.
When you look at the work that's been done and the work to do in the future, what do you see as the long-term goals for the village? How would you like to see this transpire over the next 10 years? What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, we would like Zoar to continue to look like it does or better. We'd like it to be, as Mark Murphy, the former superintendent of Tuscarawas Valley Schools, says, he wants Tuscarawas Valley Schools to be a school district of choice. We'd like Zoar Village to be a village of choice in Tuscarawas County where people like to live and have some businesses and just make the place both good for the residents as well as for visitors.
Well, I'm certainly pleased to present this plaque to you, and I'd like to read it very quickly for you. The award is presented in recognition of your efforts to preserve and restore the village of Zoar, which has a prominent role in the history of our county. The passion of your board and volunteers is an excellent example for others to follow. So
Very nice.
give you that today.
Thank you.
And we also would like to thank you to all of our sponsors who've made these awards and interviews possible. Sponsors for our event include AltCare, Altman, Baker Florist, the Buckeye Career Center, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, the First Federal Community Bank, the First National Bank of Denison, Great All Industries Incorporated, the Hitchcock Sound Company, Huntington National Bank, Kent State University at Tuscarawas, McInturf Realty, the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District, Niedenthal and Company, Provia, R&S Truck Caps, Shower Group Incorporated, Simona Bolteron, Springvale Health Centers, Starlight Enterprises Incorporated, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Trinity Health Systems Twin City Medical Center, Triple S Energy Management LLC, the Tuscarawas County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Tuscarawas Valley Safety Council, Unified Bank, Wayne Door, and WTUZ Radio.